Hey guys, my name is Haley and today I'm going to be filming my TBR for the September reread month that me and Kate are going to be doing in a couple weeks here in September. We decided to do rereads. She's doing more of a reread of like old favorites that she hasn't read in a while or just books she really wants to reread. I'm doing more of a these books came out so long ago and I read them when they first came out and I never continued / finished the series because I don't really remember the first couple books, so that's what most of my TBR is. But the first one is actually a buddy read / read along that Kate is doing for Strange the Dreamer before Muse of Nightmares comes out. So the first book I will be rereading is Strange the Dreamer, and I plan to tab this up and like annotate it and everything, which I'm really excited because I read this book when it very first came out, I think last year, and I'm so excited for Muse of Nightmares. But once again, as much of this as I do remember because I loved it, I don't remember everything and I definitely need to reread it, but I also just really want to. So I believe this read along is happening from the 2nd to the 9th, I want to say, whatever the first week of September is. The next reread I'm planning on doing is The Chronicles of Narnia. I want to read all of them, but if I don't read all of them, that's fine because I have a huge TBR for this month, even though the majority of them are rereads. But I want to at least get through as many of these as I can. Preferably the first like 3 or 4 is going to be my main goal. But I haven't read these books since I was a child, so I don't really remember a lot about them other than Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because I've seen that movie a million times. But yes, I'm finally doing a reread of this because I meant to last year and it didn't end up happening, so we're actually gonna do it this year. Mainly because I was not a Christian when I first read this series, and I would love to see the Christian parallels now, knowing that C.S. Lewis was a Christian and like based a lot of this off of Christian values and ideas, like Aslan being God almost. So I'm really excited to see those parallels. Next on the reread list is Queen of the Tearling and Invasion of the Tearling. If you've been on my channel for a long time, you'll know that this is one of my favorite series. Like, I adored Queen of the Tearling. This one's very dark, but I also really liked it, and I never finished the trilogy. I bought Fate of the Tearling like right after it came out, and I was reading so many books at the time that I never picked it up. And now it's been way too long for me to fully appreciate this third book, so I'm planning on reading all 3 of these this month, and that's my main priority because I adore this series and really just want to finish the trilogy so I can finally add it to my favorite trilogies of all time when I've actually read all of the books. Next on the reread goals is to reread Truth Witch so I can read Wind Witch. As you can see the theme here, I just never continued with this series. Truth Witch was like one of the very first books I read on my channel when I first started it like 2 years ago, and as you can see, I tabbed this arc up that I got off, I want to say I won it in a Twitter giveaway, but I've never transferred the tabs to my hardcover copy, which I got for Christmas that year. And I really want to transfer my tabs, and I really want to continue with the series and decide if I'm going to keep continuing with the series. That's the main goal, because I'm not sure if I will still love this. We will see. Then we have another old favorite of mine, and that is The Ember and the Ashes, which I have tabbed, and I actually tabbed the second book too, which is A Torch Against the Night. I haven't decided if I want to continue with this series. I really want to because I love this first book and I do like the characters, but I don't know if it still matches with my reading tastes and how they've changed since I first read this book like 2 years ago. Like, a lot of these I read all at the same time when I first started my channel, so I don't know if they still fit with my reading taste or if I will still love them, but I want to find out this month, and that's the main reason I'm doing this reread. These ones I plan to listen to on audio, so I am gonna have to wait a while for Ember to come in on audio on Overdrive because it has like 4 holds on it, and I already put a hold on it and hoping that it comes in September. And when it hopefully comes in, I'm gonna listen to these 2 on audio and also listen to Reaper at the Gates on audio and decide if I want to buy a physical copy. And now we're getting into the lesser priorities. Like, those are my main priorities for the month. But if I still have time, and these ones I definitely want to listen to on audio, like for sure probably won't read them physically. One of those being The Diabolic. I really like this first book. I have not heard much of anything about the second one, but the stuff I have heard isn't great. So I'm gonna reread this one on audio and then listen to The Empress, which is the second book, on audio, and see once again if I want to keep continuing with the series and keep this book on my shelf. And then last for the rereads, I have Hit by Delilah S. Dawson. This was a book I really loved, and I again read at the same time as all these other books when I first started my channel. But once again, the sequel took forever to come out. The sequel was actually the first book I ever pre-ordered. It's called Strike, and I never read it, with it being the first book I ever pre-ordered, which is kind of sad. But I plan to listen to both of these on audio and hopefully still really like the series. I don't even know if this is actually like a trilogy or a series, or if it's just a duology, I don't know. But yeah, those are my plans for the reread month. It's actually like a lot of books, and a lot of them are really big, but I'm very excited to reread the Tearling trilogy, and I am excited to continue Ember in the Ashes, so I really hope those come in on audio and I don't have to read them all physically, because that's a lot of physical books to read. I could read them physically if I had to, but I would prefer to have a lot of audios going, but we'll see. But yeah, those are my plans for September. As you know, I don't do TBRs, but since these are books, most of them that I've already read, I think there's only like 5 of them that will be new to me reads, just the continuations of the series. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated, but thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.